That's weird.
That doorway. From what I can tell, it, and what I'm just comparing it to is the two bundle meshes. It looks like it did mesh all the externals, all the ramps and everything. It was just that where it goes to the internal part.
Right. And I think it came down to a point, but I think it was underground on that side where that ramp is supposed to come down. That's what I'm thinking, is it needs to be dug out again. I'll know in a minute when I render it in the editor. So all it took, all it take is one little bit of terrain to block it there, and then it'd be fucked. Really stop. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. Render AI. None of this lower half got done. It came right to this point and quit. Right here.
So that's why it didn't go inside.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it was blocked or it knew it was going to just fail. Or if there was because there was no key points, like no spawn points down in there, so it figured out. Either that or the fucking slope on that stairwell is steeper. Let's see. It's short. Jack the slopes up and try it again and see what happens. But see something here. See any terrain poke through anywhere in there. Separate. Just clearing. I can tell it's that should be fine too. wonder if it's the slopes. Jack sloped up a notch. See what happens. Says
Oh,
40.
that's what it was for those stairs you did last time. Uh-oh.
Lost my copy. Just curious to see if that little change makes any difference. It could be it's on the very hairy edge of the slope value for that.
Right.
For all intents and purposes, that model appears to be perfect. Like, didn't find any errors in the mesh checkers, or the program itself didn't bitch about it. No broken data. Should be fine. So I adjusted the brush size down a little bit and brought the slopes up a couple points just to see. Not to say too, if it gets like 3/4 of the model and it's only a little piece, you could always hand edit, add mesh there if you needed to. It's just the idea is to not have to,
Right.
especially on one that's that complicated. Although it's probably easier to do that than what I just did making a call theory for it. Because at least you're only dealing with a 2D plane. Well, not 2D, but
I know.
images. Did you see the question this guy had?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I know. There was a lot of old maps that were never nav meshed.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Now, with all the assets you got in this one, you could probably put them in there if you ever wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it should mesh. I mean, unless they have their own custom objects that we didn't do. But
No. Most of the old maps are just BF2.
I think UN Pro made a new map based off of a I don't know if it's a BF3 or 4 map or something called
He didn't make it.
Operation Metro.
He didn't make it.
Oh, he didn't.
No. I already downloaded it months ago and looked at it
Yeah.
to see whether I could nav mesh it, but it's
Right.
made up of all statics.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of the statics are one of the Chinese mods.
Oh dear.
So
Yeah. No. No thanks. No desire to do that. Too much.
then Amro's already run an nav mesh through it to see what it needs doing.
Yeah. Sure, it would need quite a bit. He messaged me about it. That's how I found out about it. Then Amber was asking, "Hey, what about adding this to Gnaw?" Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to fix the last fucking map Kano added. He knows we're working on Aces High and redoing the Coal 3s for that map.
Yeah.
He knows what we're doing.
How's he know?
Because there's a BF2 Discord group full of young wannabe modders kind of thing.
Mhm.
So
How did he know that we were doing?
because one of those guys watches all the Coal 3 videos that I post up on YouTube,
Oh,
and he started talking about it.
I see. Where did Aces? That was a POE map, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh. I never heard of it until you told me about it. I never played POE.
Played the old version, POE 1 for Vietnam, BF Vietnam,
Yeah.
because that was USA versus Russia, I think. But I never understood why they went German Ukraine, two really obscure countries to base a model. Never really made much sense to me.
Yeah, I didn't think they were all that involved in Vietnam conflict, were they?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
were?
yeah.
Huh. I didn't think they played much of a role. I know France did, and you know, a lot of us,
We
I
all
think.
used to play a mod, a mini mod, based off of POE. Every Saturday there used to be a tournament, and we all used to play that. But then we all left Total War because the guy who ran it was a egotistical maniac.
Well, that's not much
And then we all started Nations at War. And I made a mini mod for our tournament, which is how all this shit started.
fun. Oh, I didn't like
Then
that.
that tournament went tits up, and I decided that I didn't want to throw away all the work we'd done for Nations at War. So I decided to make it co-op. So I got the BF2 single player community and West Coast co-op, and they helped get our mod bot friendly.
I see. The old days.
Striker now meshed a bunch of our maps. Remember Striker?
I remember the name. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
never met him. But... Come on, hurry up, you piece of shit. Just want to see who I failed. Come on. Keep going. Didn't look like it made much of a difference. It gave me a point. It went from 542 to 543 kilobytes. Oh, that's going to make much.
Might be.
Seems like there'd be more polygons than that.
Depends how big the polygons are, I guess.
Yep. Well, it's how many rather than how big, I think. If they're close, but I know.
Mm-hmm. Enable your faces.
Beep, beep.
You can do that just by going default, shows you. But
That's fucking weird. Why it's cutting it off.
the stairs has gone to a point. See that?
Yeah.
Click on a face.
I'm fucking confused with what I'm looking at there.
See that there? It was a. Can't see it now. One of the stairs looked like it went to a point.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my bearings where.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's going the wrong way. That's not even the right way.
Right.
Why is it doing that? As a matter of fact, that's on the ground, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I realise that now.
What the fuck? Unless there's terrain there that's low, and it just decided to put that little tail of mesh there.
I can't work out where the entrance to that lower room is. You get me?
Right. I thought it.
Isn't it where that little triangle goes down? Is that where it is?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I think there's a doorway there that goes down to that big room, and then the little room goes off of it.
I thought there was a. This is the top, right?
Hmm?
And then it
That's a
comes
big
around
room.
this
There's
side,
also a,
and there's our stairs right here that are
mm-hmm.
supposed to go down, and then it goes around. So it's cutting off with these stairs. I don't understand why it's doing that. And then Terry is supposed to come here, run down the stairs, and have my little section here, go around, and then down there, right?
I'd have to
Or
open that.
no, I'm sorry. Goes down the stairs and around the corner and down underneath here. So it's stopping here. This is our dead point. I don't know why it's stopping there. Cause that. So it's failing to continue from these stairs down. What the fuck? Let's see if I can find that in the model. Just
So you get into the big room from the little room. And you get into the little room from a doorway. And doorway is in line with that guard tower.
there's our stairs. Sure it looks alright. I can get inside. There we go.
It's because those stairs are really fucking steep. Is that what it is?
I really think that is it. I think it's just it must be steeper than the ones above or something. Because that one's fairly steep.
Mm-hmm. So I think you're looking at the wrong bit.
Well, we
I
can.
still think it's that little triangle. Bring up the bundle mesh. Open
All
up.
right.
Okay, so spin it around a bit more. You see underneath that guard tower, that little door, that's it right there. That doorway there. Right. You gotta spin it around so the big room's facing towards you. Other way. Keep going. Now, look, and hold it there and then angle it up and you'll see a doorway in line with the guard tower. See the little doorway? With the light above it? About 11 o'clock. No, across. I wish I could control your cursor.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't understand what you're getting
all
at.
right. You see that walkway onto the big helicopter. That's it. See right there. See the little doorways right there. You had your cursor right over it. That's it. That doorway. I thought that was what that little triangle slopey bit was from.
I don't think so. I'm gonna open it up and look at it
All right.
in the editor with the mesh that's generated, and we can find that tail. I have a feeling it did something really fucked up, but I don't know. Doesn't really make sense. That tail, as far as I can tell, is nothing to do with that uh, area, but
Well, I might be confused. It wouldn't be the first time. But
that looks like it's where I had.
when you look at it in the BF2 editor, you'll be able to tell because
Mhm.
it'll all be overlaid on top of each other. Should be self-apparent.
stop. What do you want? Go get your ball. Go on. Finish this, and we'll get off. Go. Go find your ball. One. What is it about? Hit it. There you go. Ah. Come on, fucker. Fucking Dan's all excited, waiting. It's like, when's the new release coming? Because he saw the bug list was all cleaned up. Like, I didn't even reply to him, like, leave me alone. That's funny. I never, he was kind of an asshole. And that's why we banned him before. But
I know.
that dude, fucking, he loves this fucking game. Good lord.
Well,
Wow.
that's good, right?
Well, it's good, but it's just, you know what? He must be really young, like teens, early 20s or something like that. Because, like, I don't know, weird.
Yeah, new people are downloading and joining and playing all the time because I can see it.
Yeah.
You have a look at the player list. Who's been on this month, and there's a bunch of new players in there that I don't remember their names, so they're new.
Right. Well, that and you got younger people that are getting it. So, groups of young folks that never played Battlefield 2 originally that are like, ooh, what's this?
Plus, they're sharing the videos that I post,
Yeah.
which is attracting more people. You know,
Mhm. All right, let's see what kind of fuckery we got going on here. Okay, where is that little piece of mesh?
there's a doorway underneath that tower. See right there.
Yeah, and there's
I'm,
nothing
I'm
there.
not seeing. I'm not seeing any mesh on that walkway before that. Okay, that's that little.
Yeah, it's because it wasn't flattened right there. Hmm. I'm just starting to wonder if that's affecting. Yeah, because you see the terrain slopes down right here.
Yeah.
That's all that is. So that's really not a concern.
All
What
right.
is
Go to
it?
that walkway around the tower. Why aren't I seeing green mesh there?
There is, but it stops.
Okay.
See, so it's cutting off right here for some fucking reason. It's not wanting to have much through there. That
That's
stairway.
why it's not getting downstairs, right?
So if I look at this angle, that slope's pretty fucking steep too. So, but maybe this one's
That,
worse.
that looks steeper.
Does it to you?
Yeah.
All right, let's try to jack it way up and see what it does. Fuck it. Go for broke.
Remember, I was a carpenter for 30 years.
Hmm. Let's try 45.
Make it 46.
46?
Yeah, I don't know. Something about even numbers, especially on stairs.
Yeah, that's pretty extreme. That's gonna suck, but
Well, there's only one way to find out, I guess.
just because, well, it's that the map that's in. is that got a lot of hills and extremely steep slopes that can't be walked, or is it pretty flat?
Well, Aces High, that's on the top of a mountain.
Fuck. Well, that might not be good, but I guess that's all you can do if we get there, you know.
Right.
The only other option is to model them as stairs and hope the fuck it works, and I could try to fuck around and do some fuckery with that, but that's a pain in the ass. It's really hard to get it and not have like thin polys or thin triangles and shit like that. Okay, let's see what this does first. If I could get away with that or not. Probably definitely can't get away with it triangulated. I'd have to go back an iteration too, which sucks because then I fixed all those little issues after triangulation. And
Just run the nav mesh with the adjusted slopes and see what happens before you fuck with the mesh.
yeah, I'm going to. I'm just taking a look at it.
I mean, I think the easiest method would be just to stretch out those stairs a little bit to decrease the angle.
Yeah, the trouble is you'd have to affect the entire model to do that.
Yeah, no, I realize that.
That's even worse.
Yeah, well,
But if they're modeled as stairs, that's the thing. It'll do right. You know what I mean?
hmm
Because it'll take into account how that is. But when you got
look how fucking steep that is, dude.
it is, it's
That,
fucking
that, that, that's not a set of stairs. That's a fucking laundry chute. It is.
right. But what you can do is if you were, I might be able to pull that off. I don't know. Oh, it'd be nice if I did. But if I can connect, oh no, that might not be possible.
What are you thinking? Put in a few more
Well, what you do is you, in
in there.
essence, you bisect this, right?
Yeah, run some connections through there.
Yeah, a whole bunch of them, and then make sure that they're really shallow treads, right? And you just move them slightly so that it's like bumps that the nav mesh it'll recognize it as within tolerance, so to speak. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yeah.
So like nav mesh over a certain height, even if it's vertical or semi-vertical.
Right.
If each step is the same way all the way up, that's how they did the TV towers. If you look at the call 3 for the TV towers, they actually modeled the staircase. That's why you can get away with lower slopes and it still mesh the stairs.
Oh, okay.
But the tricky part about it is just modeling them in with these is really time consuming and very hard to not have issues with it. So,
Yeah.
but the easiest time to do that would obviously be when you
Make the model.
make the model. But
Yeah.
even then, it's not easy at all. Like, I'd have to fuck around with that for a while. That's not a today job if that's something we need to do. But
Is that mesh running?
yeah. Oh, I think it's done. Yeah, that's for no. Wait a minute.
Take a leak.
Yeah, it's running. I left my phone in my room. Oops. I had to make a call. I'll be back.
Yeah. I think I see the ground floor now. Yep, ground floor and the rooms there now. That's it. And your headset's dead again. Anyway, job done.